Good afternoon, kids.
Hi.
Hi. Well, here we are, another week, July. Today is what day? It is the 6th of July. And July is a very special month because this is the final month of our course.
Hi.
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 Hi, friends. We are going to finish this course at the end
Hello,
of
my
this.
friend.
Hello, kid. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. And
Uh,
everybody?
yes, everything fine.
Okay.
Hot, but fine.
I know it.
Friends, this is the last month, so it's like when you are preparing for a championship. We are athletes, we are training and training, and you know that the competition is at the end of the month. That is what is going to happen, because we are now in unit 13, and you know, if you observe the book, that the book has only 14 units, so we have to finish this one and then start next one, and that's the end. I have prepared the examination at the end of this semester with mock test number 4. Everything is ready for that. But you will notice during these days that I will make more emphasis in practicing for the exams, because many of my students, I don't know in the advanced level, to be honest, I don't know in the advanced levels, but in first certificate, many students are taking the exam at the end of July. I have students taking the exams uh, what days? Well, the 20th. I don't remember exactly now. Most of the students are taking the exams at the end of July. I don't know you, but I need to prepare you for that moment. If you decide taking the exam in July or in September, I need to prepare you for that, right? And the homework was a grammar exercise that we have on page 146. So everybody, let's go to the student's book, page 146. Let's see. 146. Here. Exercises 3 and 4. Rewrite these sentences using the words in brackets. That's the exercise. Many people don't earn as much money as they did 5 years ago, and you have to use less. Right. So, what is the solution for this? If you begin writing, it's going to take a year to finish. So, Patrick, can you help me? Please, my friend, what is your
Yes,
answer?
yes, sure. Many people earn less money than they did 5 years ago.
Yes. Friends, if you have a different answer, tell me, right? But I consider that this is the perfect answer. Number 2, finding a new job was easier than I expected it to be, and you have to use difficult. What about this, Ivan?
Finding a new job was not as difficult as I expected it to be.
Very good. Very good. So here,
Thank
Ivan
you.
is you're welcome, friend. He uses the comparative of equality as, in this case is negative, not as difficult as. You can use less, was less difficult than, is acceptable too, right? Let's go to number 3. I've never seen a funnier film than that. And you have to use funniest. What about this, Martha?
This is the funniest film I've ever seen.
Yes, very good. Uh, Even when I prefer that instead of this. Why? Because they say that, you know. I've never seen a funnier film than that, so it's better that. But it's detailed, Martha. It's not important. Sorry, friend. Well, number 4. There aren't as many unemployed people today as there were 10 years ago. And you have to use fewer. Jacoby, can you tell that?
Sorry, I didn't prepare this exercise.
Okay.
Near this part. Sorry.
Don't worry. Javi, can you help me with this? And you, Anna, can you help me?
Yes. There are fewer unemployed people today than there were 10 years ago.
Okay, that's acceptable, yes or no? Very good, Anna, thank you. 5, working conditions are worse than they used to be, and now you have to use good. What about these, Patrick? Can you help me again?
Yes, working conditions are not as good as they used to be.
Excellent. 6, petrol is becoming must be. Petrol is becoming increasingly expensive, and you have to use more. What about this? Who can help me with this? Monitor, can you help me, friend?
Maybe, I don't know if I am correct, if I am right, but maybe petrol is becoming more and more expensive.
Excellent. Yes, Ivan, that's perfect. Now let's go to the other exercise, which is exercise number 4. Exam candidates sometimes make mistakes in their use of comparative words. Find and correct the mistakes in these sentences. For example, number 1. I think a female boss is far much understanding than a male boss. Friends, it's not much, it's more. Right? I'm going to tell you the answer because I want to begin working today's lesson. So I think a female boss is far more understanding than a male boss. Do you agree with that, Martha?
Yes, I think because
Hi, Martha.
Hi.
You are
what?
not very convincing.
I have lost the page on the book, and I'm trying to find it again.
Okay.
But I think yes,
Okay. Do you agree with Patrick?
Yes, I have the same answer.
Good, very good. No, I mean, do you agree with the idea that a female boss is far more understanding than a male boss?
In spite of the I'm a woman, yeah, I think that it's not true.
I laugh, Patrick, because I remember.
I hate saying this, but normally
Yes,
my I don't know.
exactly. Yes, because I hate saying that, but my experience is the same as yours. I mean, whenever I had a boss who is a woman, I never have problem with my bosses, but I have suffered a lot. Well, let's see number 2. Actually, and be careful with actually. Remember, it's a false friend. Actually, eating junk food is even worse for your health than smoking. What is the problem here, my dear friend Javi? Yes. Martha, what happened with Javi today? He's not speaking and he's a speaker.
I don't know.
My God, he must be sick. Well, now, very good. Worse. 3, the other actor wasn't as handsome like James. What about this, Jacoby? I'm sorry, you didn't do it. Sorry, friend.
Yeah, don't worry, but I can give you an answer. The other actor wasn't as handsome as James.
Yes, very good. Yes, not as like, but as. For I noticed that there were less angry people than there had been a year ago. What seems to be the problem here, friends? Who knows? Anita, do you know?
I noticed that there were fewer angry people than there had been a year ago.
Excellent, Anna. Thank you very much. 5, easily the harder thing about football for me is the training I have to do. What about this one? Who can help me with this?
Me, it's hardest, I think.
Yes, Javi, thank you for speaking. Okay, good. Hardest, the superlative, yes. If you travel at night, you'll find there is fewer traffic on the roads. What What is the problem here, friends?
Shall I?
Yes, of course.
Instead of fewer, you can write less traffic.
Excellent. A monitor, yes, yes. If you travel at night, you'll find there is less traffic. Very good. Remember that few is dedicated to countable nouns and traffic is uncountable. This will make the problem of obesity difficult even more. What about this? What is the problem here? Patrick, can you help me?
Yeah, the problem is the position of difficult.
Correct.
This will make the problem of obesity even more difficult.
Excellent, Patrick. Thank you very much, friend. If you learn English, you'll have much fewer problems when you travel abroad. What about this, Martha?
I think it's if you learn English, you will have fewer problems when you travel abroad without much.
Yes, but sometimes, yes, that's correct. But sometimes you want to emphasize fewer, and you can use something, but not much. You can say far fewer. It is possible to say, if you learn English, you will have far fewer problems, or a lot. If you learn English, you will have a lot fewer problems, acceptable, or nothing, as you said, Martha. Very good. That was the homework. There was an extra exercise, because it's not in the book, which is very long, but long. So I won't ask you the answers. I will give you the answers to make it as fast as possible. Listen, in the exercise 72.1, in the first one, item 1, it was almost as if the world was more scared. In number 2, deeper. In number 3, prettier. In number 4, colder. In number 5, stronger. In number 6, more real. In number 7, longer, more winding. Longer and more winding. In number 8, naftier. In number 9, more bored. In number 10, harder. 11, truer. 12, more right. We use this because right, look at that. Right is only one syllable in the pronunciation adjective. Only one syllable, so it must be righter. Righter exists, friends. It exists, it is correct. But here is more right because we are making emphasis. If the critics were wrong about Willie's first novel, they couldn't have been more right. Conclusion, advanced level. In English, when we want to make emphasis in one syllable adjective that you know, the comparative is er than, you know that, and this is correct. But if you want to make emphasis, you break the rules and you use more. More right, in this case, is the beautiful expression. The second exercise, complete the sentences with an appropriate. That's very interesting, Ivan, yes or no? Well, in the second exercise, in number 1 is more useless. In number 2, more complex. In number 3 can be more clever or cleverer. Both are admissible. If you want to make an emphasis, it's more clever, but if you are speaking in normal rhythm, you say cleverer or cleverer, sorry. 4, more exciting. 5, wealthier. 6, more well-read. 7, more recent. 8, more pleasant. 9, dirtier. 10, more powerful. 11, more alert. Exercise number 3 was a mistake of your teacher, Jerry. I have to confess my mistake because we are not practicing the article there. I didn't notice that. And when I was answering the questions, I said, oh my God, Ivan is going to send me a message in this moment. I never received the message from Ivan because Ivan is very respectful. But it was my mistake. But here we are. Let's do it. Well, in number one, it was the sweetest, that's correct, the sweetest orange I'd eaten for ages. In number two, the problem is that we don't use the in this expression. Analyze it, important before your examination. Anna and Clara were both excellent musicians, but Clara was most creative, similar to Spanish. Más creativa. We don't use, we should use the comparative in this case. The reality is that we should say Anna and Clara were both excellent musicians, but Clara was more creative. That is what we should do here, more creative. That's why this exercise is so complicated, because there is the problem. What is the teaching of this lesson? That sometimes we are comparing two people and we want to emphasize, we use the superlative. When I am comparing two people, I never use the superlative, I use the comparative. But in England, if you go to England and America, you will notice that sometimes they want to make a big emphasis and they use most, but not with the, because the superlative is incorrect. And they say, Anna and Clara were both excellent musicians, but Clara was most creative. My God. It's like in Spanish, el sube para arriba y baja para abajo, something that is incorrect, but we say it. Number three is correct. Number four, again, we got lots of birds in our garden, but blackbirds are the most common. Los más comunes. Yes, this is correct, the most common, but you can say, pero los blackbirds, en español no sé cómo se llama estos pajaritos, son más comunes que los demás, más comunes sin el, o sin los más comunes. En español podemos decir, pero estos, ¿qué serán blackbirds? Cuervos serán, no sé, pero estos pájaros son más comunes. Well, el caso es que no usamos de, un ejercicio que nunca debía asignar, porque tampoco les va al examen. No quiero que se atormente, esto no va a examen. 5. Shall we go by train or car? Well, going by bus is actually easiest. The easiest or easiest se puede omitir. Forget about this, right? Forget about this. Now, number 4. We never use most without the, when we compare. Yes, never, Ivan. In your exams, you have to use the. Mi error fue, chicos, y perdónenme, porque esto es del proficiency. Esto es proficiency. Y no me percaté de ese item 3. No me percaté. Porque puede confundirle. Pero olvídense, ustedes saben cómo es la regla y van a aplicarla en vuestro examen. 4. Complete the sentences with in or of. The building is said to be the highest in Europe. What is the preposition here? You can write, because it's only one word. In for Ivan, and for Anna is in, and for Jacobi is in. Yes, friends, correct. And for Patrick is in Europe. We use in for countries. We use in for cities, remember? The Democrats are the smallest, the 4 main political parties. What is the preposition here in number 2? Of Patrick, of Anna, of Ivan, Jacobi, of. Yes, of. Very good. 3. The hotel enjoys the most spectacular setting any of the South Coast. Of Ivan, of Javi, no, on Javi, Patrick of Jacobi, of Anna, yes, of any. For many people, it's the most important day the whole year. In Ivan, in Patri, in Ana Huerta, in Jacobi. Yes, friends, it can be in, but it can be off also. Yes, Ivan, it can be off, in or off. 5, she's without doubt the best swimmer my school. And here, in for Ivan, in for Anna, and for Patri Pais is in, and for Jacobi in, and the answer is in. Excellent. Well, we finished the homework. Oh my God. And now I prepared something thinking of the students who are planning to take the examinations in July. So we are going to dedicate our class, not completely, but most of it, for practicing use of English. So I'm going to use something that was an exam in the past. I always tell you the story of the examinations in Cambridge. Every 5 years, they collect all the old exams and they publish a book for teachers. So we can use all the exams, but they are useful for teachers because they were real exams. So what you are going to do now, they were real exams some years ago. Let's see. Give me a chance. I'm going to attach the exams to the chat. This exam is only use of English, right? Because we don't have more time. Only use of English, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, Mike, I think this is a good thing for you, friend, and for Jose and for Alex too. So what is the idea? That now, listen to me, everybody, pay attention to me, stop what you are doing. This is not an examination today. This is practicing. What is the meaning of that? That I want you to use the translators. I want you to use your books, your notes, everything that can help you, because what we are doing is practicing. So everything you do is perfect today, right? In a real exam, no, but we are preparing for that. We are training, right? So take your dictionaries, your books, your notes, everything, and let's try to do this as well as if you were taking the real exam, right? Because this is going to give you an idea of how well prepared or not you are. While you are doing this, I'm going to send these exams to your WhatsApp group. all of them, Ivan, it's like an exam. Patrick finished. Mike finished. Jacobi finished. Martha finished. Okay, I think we can check this. Let's begin. Taking photographs ruins the memory, research finds. Listen and compare with your answers, right? It says, our obsession with recording every detail of our happiest moments could be, this is the example, is letter C, could be damaging our ability to remember them, according to new research. Dr. Linda Henkel from Fairfield University, Connecticut, described this as the photo-taking impairment effect. She said, people often whip out their cameras almost mindlessly to, in number one, this is letter C, capture, to capture a moment to the point that they are missing what is happening. And in number two, according to Cambridge, and check with your answers, is letter B. Letter B is right. What is happening right in front of them. When people relied on technology to remember for them, and in number three is letter A, counting on the camera to record the event and thus not needing to, number four is letter C, attend to it fully themselves. It can have a negative. In number five is letter D. Letter D is impact. Yes, negative impact on how well they remember their experiences. In Dr. Henkel's experiment, a group of university students were, in number six is letter C, led on a tour of a museum and asked to either photograph or try to remember objects on display. The next day, each student's memory was tested. The results showed that people were less, number seven is letter A, less accurate in recognizing the objects they had photographed. In number eight is letter B, compared with those they had only looked at. So in number one is letter C, number two is letter B, in number three is letter A, in number four is letter C, in number five is letter D, in number six is letter C, in number seven is A, and in number eight is B. They are eight. And now, number three, yes, number three is A. Number three is counting. So friends, now you are the teachers. Don't worry, Javi. That's what friends are for. Friends, evaluate your work, always, right? Because we are practicing, but we need to know. You don't have to tell me. Now you are the student and you are the teacher at the same time. Evaluate. If they are 8, you need 5 to pass. You need 5 correct answers to pass. This is the typical use of English examination part 1. They give you a text and then they give you options A, B, C, or D. What I don't remember in your exams, if they are 8 or 12 blanks, I don't remember now. Now the second part is similar, a text, blanks, but this time they give you nothing. They give no hints, no clues. On the hunt for the best young female entrepreneur. Founded in 1972, the Vivo ClickUp Business Women Award is celebrated in 27 countries. Vivo ClickUp has now introduced a new award. This is 0, is the example 2. 2 complement its Business Woman of the Year category. Called the New Generation Award, and in number 9, there are 2 options, you know. It can be it, but it can be these also. It or this. Let's use it. It recognizes the best young female talent across business and corporate life. The first winner of the award, Catherine Parsons, and in number 10, whose innovative startup company, Decoded, teaches people to code in a day, has joined the judging panel to help find this year's winner. The importance of these awards cannot be, 11B, cannot be overestimated, she says. Women need role models that prove to, in number 12, them, that prove to them that they can do it too. The New Generation Award is open to entrepreneurial business women, and in number 13, between the ages and themselves. Martha, in number 13, themselves. Let me see. In 12, I'm in 12. Let me go there. Women need role models that prove to themselves that they can do it. No, the problem is to Martha. You never say prove to me. You say prove to them. Prove me, prove them. Well, why not? It could be prove to themselves. It sounds familiar for me. It proves to themselves. It proves to me. Yes, it could be themselves, Martha, you know? It sounds good. Yes, it sounds good. It sounds good, Martha.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, friend. Now let's go to the New Generation Award is open to entrepreneurial business women between the ages of 25 and 35. They can run their own businesses, their own business or hail from corporate life. This award isn't about how much money you've made or how long you've been in business. It's about recognizing young women with a mission or having a mission, two options in 15, with a mission or having a mission and a vision, says Parsons. We want to meet women who are working to make the world a better place. Make in number 16. Conclusion in number 9, it or this. In number 10, whose. In number 11, be. In number 12, then. Or as Martha said, themselves. 13, between. 14, there. 15, two options, with or having. And 16, make. Friends, they are 8 again. You need 5 to pass. Evaluate your work, please. Check it out. Let's see how you are doing. Good. And now I am lost. Yes, part number 3. Exit interviews. How interesting when I read that for the first time. Exit interviews. Because the problem we have now in America and here in England is that when you enter to work in a company, in a multinational or something, you know that you always have to pass a job interview. And they ask you a lot of captious questions. But the problem is that now, when you are resigning and you are leaving the company, again, you are submitted to another interview. The name is exit interview, and they ask you questions about the company, right? You have to be careful with the answers. Exit interviews, if you are thinking of leaving your job, you may think that handing in your letter of, well, in 0 is the example, resignation is goodbye, is the end of the matter. But an increasing number of companies now conduct exit interviews with the staff. For the employee, an exit interview may feel like an ideal opportunity to rant and rave about every little. And now in number 17, the word is annoyance, which is similar to annoy, but ending in A-N-C-E, annoyance. That has troubled them since they got the job. But in number 18, from bear is the adjective bearing. Bearing in mind is an expression. In fact, it is a collocation. Bearing in mind that you will probably still need a, in 19, from refer, you have to use the noun reference. Bearing as bearing. Yes, bearing is the word. Bearing is the correct word in number 18. Yes. 19 is reference. Still need a reference from these people. It's best to avoid getting angry, or in number 20 is emotional. And just answer the questions as calmly and with as much honesty, from honesty as possible. For employers, the exit interview is a rare opportunity to gather some valuable information about the way staff perceive the company. Existing employees may not wish to cause offense to the boss or damage their chances of promotion, so are unlikely to disclose to open, disclose their real feelings about the company. However, someone who has already resigned is more likely to be truthful, synonym of honest, truthful when giving their opinions. In 17, annoyance. In 18, bearing. In 19, reference. In 20, emotional. In 21, honesty. In 22, offense. In 23, disclose. And in 24, truthful. There are 8. You need 5 to pass. Evaluate your work, please. This is the part 3 of your use of English exam. The name is word formation. And now part 4, the name is paraphrasing. Paraphrase is to say with other words the same thing. They give you a complete sentence, and then you have to write something very, very similar, but with other words, which is sometimes difficult to do. Observe 25, for example. The original sentence is, I've just noticed that the car has almost run out of petrol. Okay, good. And you have to use hardly. They give you the beginning and the end. You have limits of words. Remember that. I don't know if Jacobi remembers that. Minimum 3 words, maximum 6. So you need to count the words when you finish. I've just noticed that there is 1 mark, hardly any petrol, 2nd mark. Cambridge divides your answer into 2 segments and gives you 2 marks if the 2 segments are correct. In this case, there is 1 mark, hardly any petrol, the 2nd mark. The complete answer then is, I've just noticed that there is hardly any petrol left in the car. Check it out. 26. The original sentence is, I didn't know that cars were so expensive in this country. And you have to use idea. I am sure that you immediately remember the expression with idea. I didn't know, you know. Well, the answer is, I had no idea, 1 mark, cars cost, 2nd mark. I repeat, I had no idea. Some people use that, and this is acceptable. Optional, acceptable. I'm going to use that. I had no idea that cars cost so much in this country. Check it out. 27. Don't get depressed because of such a small problem. No, because the original sentence is in present. Cars, I didn't know that cars were so expensive in this country. The person is referring to the cost of the cars now. Similar to Spanish, no sabía que eran tan caros, quiere decir que son caros. So it has to be in present. You're welcome, Javi. Ask me, friend, anytime, right? Because sometimes you are right. Remember Martha in the previous consultation, she was right. 27, don't get depressed because of such a small problem. This is the original sentence, and you have to use let. They give you the beginning. It's such a small problem that you shouldn't let it, 1 mark, get you, the 2nd mark. Let it get you. This is the answer. It's such a small problem that you shouldn't let it get you down, bring you down. Why not? It could be, yes, because it can depress you too. Yes, why not? Okay, good. 28. It's reported that he is now recovering in hospital. You have to use recovery. They give you recovering as a verb, and now you have to use recovery a noun, so you have to adapt to circumstances. He is reported to be 1 mark, making a recovery the 2nd mark. To be 1 mark, making a recovery the 2nd mark. He is reported to be making a recovery in hospital now. To be on recovery in hospital, no, that's not the idea. To be on recovery, maybe you mean in the on recovery ward, la sala de recovery ward, but no, it's different. So the preposition is changing things. Making a recovery. Lo que él está haciendo es recuperándose. No me dice si está en la sala de recuperación o en la sala de terapia intensiva o si está en cirugía, ¿no? ¿Dónde está? No es lo que hablan, sino en qué estado está, en estado de recuperación. So he's making a recovery. Now,
I think what Chateaubriand and I understand is that he's on recovery as he's on the process, in the process of recovering. It's what we mean, I think.
Well, maybe if that is your intention, the idea is good, but in English it doesn't mean that, right? So if you have that intention of saying that he's in that process, the collocation is that he's making a recovery, or that he is on a recovery process or something more, not only on recovery, because it gives with on that, it gives the idea of a place. Yes, like rehab. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, happy friend. 29, Laura's teacher says that she doesn't have a serious enough attitude to her work, and you have to use, instead of serious, which is an adjective, now you have to use another, seriously, and this changes everything. Laura doesn't take her work, 1 mark, seriously, or seriously enough is possible too, the 2nd mark. Well, no, I am wrong. According to Cambridge, all these things together, take her work seriously, 1 mark, or take her work seriously enough is acceptable, 1 mark, according is the 2nd mark. I repeat because it was confusing. Seem to behave seriously. Laura doesn't seem to behave seriously to her teacher. It doesn't match with to her teacher. Laura doesn't seem to behave seriously to her teacher. Javi, the idea is very similar, honestly. The problem is to her work. That is, she's not serious, but with the aspect of work. And in that example of yours, this part is omitted. So you have to do something to include the aspect of her work. That's why take her work seriously. Work is there because in the initial sentence, attitude to her work. Yes, maybe that's the only difference because the rest is okay. 30. What's my pleasure, Javi? What's confusing you so much? And you have to use a lot. They give you the beginning. What is it that's, and now, causing you, causing, C-A-U-S-I-N-G, causing you, 1 mark, such a lot of, the 2nd mark. What is it that is causing you such a lot of confusion? What is it that's causing you such a lot of confusion? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions, but remember that every question has a value of 2 marks, so they are 12. And for 12, you need 7 correct answers. Check it out, evaluate your work, and now you have an idea of how good, regular, or badly you are doing in the use of English examination. Because remember, this was a real exam some years ago.
Okay, Jerry, please, can you repeat 29?
Ah, yes, 29 says they give you Laura doesn't. Yes, and then you have to write, take her work seriously, or take her work seriously enough. Enough is acceptable here. 1 mark,
Okay,
according the second part.
if you write Laura doesn't have her work seriously enough,
Half, no.
have no, because
No.
in the previous sentence it says that she doesn't have a serious
Aha.
enough attitude.
That doesn't have a serious enough attitude. But here you are changing that for doesn't have her work.
Okay.
And the
Thank
problem
you.
is the attitude towards the work.
Okay, and the first mark is take her work.
Yes.
And the
Take
second
her
mark,
work seriously, up to seriously. Any other question, friends? Don't hesitate. If you have questions, ask me, because that's my job.
Jerry, I don't understand you. The marks for 29.
Ah, yes. Let me see how Cambridge divided this. For 29 says, teacher, if the student writes, take her work seriously, or take her work seriously enough, give the students a mark. And according the second mark.
And according?
According, yes.
According to her teacher. Okay. Enough. According.
According to her teacher. That's it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, my monitor. Well, good. Let's continue with our class. Now, what? Now we are going to practice listening. Let me show you that. Listening. Where is it? This is the listening exercise, part 4, the most difficult part of the listening exam. Have a look. Let's see if I can send it to you. Now you have it in your WhatsApp group. It is important that you read the questions and the options, because maybe you need to use your dictionaries before beginning the listening. Okay, friends, now maybe you need to listen to this again, logically, because it's not easy. You have it here in the chat, and you also have it in the WhatsApp group, so you can use it, repeat it as many times as necessary. And when you feel comfortable, when you feel that you know the answers, send me a message for me to check your answers, right? Well, Martha and Javi finished. Very good, because Anna and Jacobi finished. Mike finished. Well, I think we can check this. Let's do it. Ivan finished. Well, let's listen to this. You know that the difficulty, the level of difficulty of this part of the listening exam is high, because you have to be attentive to two tasks at the same time. For example, speaker number 1. I'm going to begin with the speaker 1 task one, which is number 21. So instead of saying speaker 1 or 2 or 3, I'm going to refer to the number. 21, according to Cambridge, is letter E. 22 is letter B. 23 is letter G. 24 is letter C. 25 is letter D. 26, friends, is letter D again. 27 is letter G. 28 is letter F. 29 is letter B. And finally, 30 is letter A. I repeat. 21 E, 22 B, 23 G, 24 C, 25 D, 26 D, 27 G, 28 F, 29 B, and 30 A. As you can see, they are 10. You need 6 correct answers to pass. Self-evaluate your work. And that's the end of our class. Let's see the homework. The homework is a reading comprehension. In class, we practice listening now and use of English recently. Thank you, Ivan. So let's see some reading comprehension, preparing you for the exam. Let's see where is it, this reading. Reading. Here. This is the first page. And this is the second. Let me check it. Part 8, yes. Exactly this. Anyway, friends, I'm going to send it to your WhatsApp group so you have it in the mobile phone also, right? And this is the end of the class. Thank you very much. Do the homework. Be good kids. Behave, right? Martha, don't be so hard with Javi. Let him speak, please. Poor boy, let him speak, Martha, okay? Bye-bye, friends. Be nice. Bye, friends. Bye-bye.